Good afternoon. So I'm here with the Crosman DPMS SBR blowback semi-automatic BB rifle. Someone's sort of given this to me to do a short review on. Yeah, I don't think he's shot it a lot recently because I think the actual valve had dried out in the magazine. So before we go to the rifle, I shall show you the magazine. So it's a dual CO2. You put the first CO2 on this side, which is first. Yeah, very important. Now when I first put CO2 in this side, it actually all leaked out because I think the valve had dried out. So I put some Pelgon oil on both and I managed to basically do them up together quickly and I didn't lose too much, but this valve was still leaking a bit. What I did, I put plenty of Pelgon oil in there, let it soak into the valve, and I ran it a couple of times and eventually it seems to work okay now. So it will take a single CO2. So you can run this on one CO2, but you'll have obviously a lot less shots and you'll have a little reduction in FPS as well with the same BB. So basically you've got that, your little Allen key goes in the bottom, just clips in like so, and then you've got a cover that goes on. You pop it in the two grooves at the top and snap it shut, and that's the magazine all shut up. Okay, and you've got to push it open. So that's the magazine. Okay, now we'll go back to the rifle. So the rifle, going from the rearwards, we've got a extendable stock, 6 position. So you a little spring lever underneath, pull it up. Now that's all the way out, and to be honest, if you're an adult, you'll probably want it all the way out. Yeah, okay, so the pull's right. You can collapse it for youngsters, yeah, juniors, no problem. So we'll collapse it back up again. It's 6 positioned. It's nice and solid as well, even when it's out. Yeah, there's hardly any play in it, which is really good. You've got your cocking handle at the back. Now, when you cock this, you've got a cover here, flap, which will open if I just pull it back. See, that's it cocked. Obviously, there's no magazine in it, so it hasn't locked open. So if I pop the magazine in, okay, just pop it in like so, and then cock it again, you'll see it stays open, yeah. And if I just drop the magazine, which is a normal mag release there, just like a real rifle, like so, you'll see on this side, you have a bolt release there. Yeah, press that in and that actually releases the bolt, so it's actually got a real bolt release like so. And then you shut the flap. And also your safety. Now in UK it's semi-auto only. Yeah, in America you have fully auto. Just follow the action. The trigger actually has a bit of pull there, and then it does go quite nicely. A bit of lubrication, a bit of molybdenum on the actual insides did help, because obviously you can actually field strip this. To actually field strip it, there's 2 pins, one there, but you can actually break the back open. So there's a pin this side, just there. You can push it in like so. Pop the pin out. You've got some nails, which I haven't really got many nails like that. That's it. It's a captive bolt, and you'll see you can take all the units out, and also you've got another bolt here you can take out and take the whole unit apart. Okay, but we won't do that today, because it's not my rifle. So we'll put that back shut. Pop the pin back in, and that's it, back together. You've got plastic flip up sights, okay, front and back. This is just for windage, and it's got 2 peepholes, a large one and a small one, okay, like so you can fold it down. They do work pretty well. I'll show you by the targets that they shoot pretty straight. You've got rails both sides. Your forward grip, you can take this screw out here, and then you can slide this backwards and forwards to get your position. So ideally, if you're an adult, you'd probably want it stock all the way out and your grip would be there. Okay, so with your magazine in, you'd be more like that, and it works really well, very pointable. Okay, so we've got the magazine again, put that out of the way. Oh, one thing I did mention about the magazine, it's a 25 round magazine. Okay, you've got a drop down here, you pull it down. There is no lockdown, but the hole's quite large, so the best way is to probably hold it down and pour your BBs directly into the hold, yeah, in a slope, and they'll run in. Okay, so 25 rounds there, and that lever there is your hold open. So when that's the last shot, you'll see that float there. You'll see it pop up. You'll see it. That's it. That comes up. That's the final shotgun, and that'll hold the actual bolt back. Okay. So forward, you've got this it's a fake blast suppressor. It's a left-hand thread, so remember to turn it upwards to take it off. Okay, I don't know why you just want to do that, but that's the key. You could probably put a fake suppressor on, but I really don't see the point, because that just adds length to it. So to put it back on, obviously you need to turn it to undo it. Yeah, good left-hand thread it like that. So you could probably put an airsoft suppressor on it. So yeah, obviously you can remove these, unbolt at the side so you can fit a red dot, which would be a good idea. If this was mine, I'd have a small red dot on it, because I think the accuracy will certainly improve, because they're not the great sight, especially if you're shooting out to 12.5 and 15 meters, which I shall show you what I tried with the fixed sights. Okay, so that is the rifle. It's got a nice grip, yeah, like a polymer grip, quite nice, good solid stock. The only thing I noticed with this rifle is there is a little bit of play where the pins go in. You can see that. I don't know whether that's from manufacturer, but obviously the guy who's lent me this, he's had it a fair few years, so it might be a little bit of wear you might get. But she seems to shoot fine. Once I sorted out the CO2 issue, she's shot faultlessly, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, a really nice rifle, really well made. I think what it is, you've got a polymer covering here, but this bit is alloy. Yeah, underneath this is alloy. So a lot of people say it's all polymer, but I don't think so, because this is quite hefty, and you wouldn't get all that weight purely from the metal internals, to be fair. Okay, so the actual casing itself, the main lower stock area, lower receiver, should say, is actually all alloy. Yeah, yeah, like I said, only semi-only. Yeah, because obviously we're UK. But yeah, really nice rifle. So how did it perform? Right. So first of all, I did a few Crowley tests. I put we've got 50 shots through, and we averaged 1.72 foot-pounds energy with Daisy BBs, 5.38 grain. And the first 25 shots was a spread of 31. Can we actually see this? Get it to focus? Probably not. Oh, there, that's better. Okay, so that was 50 shots there. And then I did next one. This is 75 shots. So this is after I fixed the CO2 leaking, because the problem is the first CO2 was put in where they were leaking. I lost a fair bit of CO2. When I solved that problem, after I'd lubricated the valves and everything was working fine, I put 2 in, and I got another 75 shots there, no problem. Yeah, it was doing a lot more. It was doing about 150 shots in total. Interestingly, this was 1.9 foot-pounds energy average over 75 shots. That was 1.72 foot-pounds energy over 50 shots. And the reason why that is because I lost a fair bit of CO2 from the first pair of CO2s, but that was a full charge of CO2. And then finally, I tried it with just one CO2. Obviously, it wasn't leaking at that point, and I got a 1.58 foot-pounds energy over 25 shots. But the spread was wider. It wasn't 31; it was 59 spread over 25 shots, and obviously the energy was less. So you were getting about half as many shots in total. Okay, so that's just the way it performs. Now accuracy, right? Now targets. Where the boom? Here we go. Right, so I tried a few different things. I tried 5 shots at 10 meters, like semi-rested. That was just resting it on the front of a bag, and then we can get this light right. That's better. This camera doesn't like to focus. I've got a lot of light behind it. So that's 5 shots there. So that's pretty good. Yeah. One I pulled to the top. I don't even see that. Yeah. Yeah. Sort of focused. Okay. So, and then I went to 12.5 meters further out again. I did 15 shots, and that was pretty good. Don't forget, this is all using the iron sights, the plastic fixed sights. So I pulled about 3 at the top, but most of them are in the circle, nice and central. So it is shooting. I'm going to refocus this. That's right. So it's shooting nice and straight. I then went out to 15 meters, and this was 10 shots semi-rested, and it was shooting slightly to one side. Yeah, it was shooting slightly to the right. So, but even then, that's not too bad. Obviously, it started to spread out a bit, but those sights are really difficult for me to see with my reading glasses, and because they're only a small peephole. Yeah, on a foresight. And then I tried some freestanding shots, and this was pretty good actually with freestanding. It seems to shoot pretty well, because that was 25 shots at 12.5 meters. Again, quite a decent group. The group pretty central, and obviously that's with the little peep sights. And then I went up to 15 meters, 25 shots, and again that was pretty good as well, nice and central. Yeah, obviously pulled 1 or 2, but generally they're all like maybe slightly to the right again. So this does shoot pretty good even with these plastic sights, but I think if you put a red dot on this, they would be a lot tighter, those groups. So there's nothing really wrong with the way this works, this barrel works. So I hope you like that little review. I shall be obviously returning this to the friend of mine. But yeah, it's a nice rifle. They're about between 250, 270 UK now, I think they are. But they are pretty, I'd say they're very well made. Shot counts, like I said, about 150 with 2 CO2s, about half that with the single CO2. But you do get more energy and more consistent energy with the double CO2. Yeah, not that much more power, but it's more consistent as well over those shots, as it shows with the average performance. So yeah, I hope you like that little review. Take care, have a good day, thanks for watching.